Welcome to our deep dive into Ikigai,
Giga.
this captivating Japanese concept that we often translate as a reason for being. So we're going to explore what it really means, how it plays out, in the lives of the world's longest living people, and of course, what we can learn from them.
Right.
You've shared some fascinating articles with me, even excerpts from a book on Ikigai. So we've got a lot to uncover.
It's more than just a word. It's a philosophy,
Oh, okay.
deeply woven into Japanese culture, especially in places like Okinawa,
Yeah.
where people are known for their longevity and vibrant lives.
Right. I'm already intrigued.
Yeah.
So before we journey to Okinawa, can we break down what Ikigai actually is?
So imagine a Venn diagram.
Okay.
Okay. You have 4 overlapping circles. What you love,
Okay.
what you're good at, what the world needs,
Okay.
and what you can be paid for.
Oh,
Ikigai lies at the intersection
interesting.
of these 4 things.
I like that visual.
Yeah.
So it's not just about finding your passion.
It's not just about passion.
It's about finding something you're good at that has value to others and that you can actually make a living from.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your skills
Right.
and passions align with a purpose that resonates with you
Okay.
and contributes to the world around you.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Viktor Frankl's work on logotherapy.
Yes.
He talked about the human search for meaning as a fundamental driving force.
You hit the nail on the head.
Really?
Frankel's ideas and Ikigai share common ground.
Okay.
He argued that even in the face of suffering, we can find meaning and purpose. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning,
Yes.
he shares compelling stories,
Okay.
like the one about a suicidal mother
Yeah.
who found her Ikigai in caring for her paralyzed son.
It's incredible how even in the most difficult circumstances, we can uncover a sense of purpose.
Yes,
So are you saying Ikigai is like our own personal compass?
it is.
Guiding us towards a life of meaning?
Precisely. It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of aligning our actions and choices with what truly matters to us.
All right, now I'm ready to see Ikigai in action.
Okay,
Let's head to Okinawa.
let's go.
Our sources mention a town called Ogimi, nicknamed the Village of Longevity.
Ogimi is nestled in the lush Yanbaru jungle
Wow.
of Okinawa, an island known for its breathtaking beauty.
Beautiful.
It's a place where life moves at a slower pace,
Oh.
where community ties are strong, and where people seem to have unlocked the secrets to a long and vibrant life.
The book painted such a vivid picture.
Yes.
Small traditional houses scattered amongst vibrant green hills,
Yes.
elders gathering at community centers sharing stories and laughter,
Yeah.
everyone celebrating birthdays well into their 90s and beyond.
Absolutely.
It's like stepping back in time to a place where life is simple and meaningful.
That strong sense of community is really fascinating.
Yeah.
They have this system called moai, where groups of people with shared interests pool their resources and support each other throughout their life.
So like a built-in social safety net.
Yes, it's like a built-in social safety net.
That fosters a sense of belonging and interconnectedness.
That's right.
So it's not just about individual well-being.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating a supportive community
It is.
that contributes to everyone's longevity and happiness.
That's right. And what's remarkable is that these centenarians don't seem to follow any complicated regimens or strict diets.
Oh, wow. So what's their secret?
Their wisdom lies in simple everyday practices.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Okay.
What are some of these pearls of wisdom from the elders of Ogimi?
Well,
The book mentions some quotes, right?
one centenarian simply said, "Eat and sleep well."
Okay.
It sounds basic, but think about it.
Yeah.
They emphasize a diet rich in fresh, locally grown fruits and vegetables, particularly sweet potatoes,
Okay.
which are packed with antioxidants.
Right.
And their sleep patterns are in sync with the natural rhythms of the day.
So it's about living in harmony with nature,
It is.
nourishing our bodies with wholesome food, and prioritizing rest.
Yes.
That resonates with me.
Good.
What else did they say?
Another elder emphasized the importance of staying active,
Okay.
stating, "Keep your fingers busy."
Keep your fingers busy.
Many continue to engage in meaningful work,
Okay.
whether it's tending to their gardens, practicing traditional crafts, or caring for their families.
So they see work not as a burden,
No.
but as a source of purpose and fulfillment.
Exactly.
That's such a different perspective from our modern day obsession with retirement.
Yes, very different.
They're not just sitting around, they're actively contributing and staying engaged with life.
That's right. And they place a high value on social connections, with one woman simply saying, "Laugh a lot."
Laugh a lot.
It highlights their emphasis on joy, humor, and spending time with loved ones.
That brings up a good point. Our sources talked about hara hachibu,
Hara hachibu.
the practice of eating until you're 80% full. Could this be part of their secret?
Hara hachibu is all about mindful eating,
Okay.
paying attention to your body's cues, and avoiding overeating.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about deprivation,
Right.
but about fostering a healthy relationship with food.
It seems like a gentle approach to portion control,
Yes,
which makes sense given their emphasis on moderation in all things.
he does.
But is there any scientific evidence to back this up?
There's actually growing research on the potential benefits of calorie restriction for longevity and overall health.
Okay.
Studies have shown that it can help reduce the risk of chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, and even certain types of cancer.
So it's not just a cultural practice. It's a way of eating that could actually promote a longer, healthier life.
It is.
It makes you think about our own eating habits and how we can incorporate more mindful practices into our daily routines.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance, enjoying food,
Yeah.
but also being aware of our body's needs.
Okay, so we've got mindful eating and staying active. But what about exercise? Do they hit the gym every day?
Not exactly.
Okay.
They engage in gentle movement throughout the day,
Like
gardening, walking, or practicing radio taiso.
radio taiso.
Yes.
What's that?
It's a series of simple, low-impact exercises broadcast on the radio every morning in Japan.
Oh, wow.
People of all ages, even those in nursing homes,
Wow.
participate in these group exercises.
Group exercises in nursing homes. That's amazing.
It is.
It highlights the importance of movement and community even in later stages of life.
It does, and it only takes about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It's a simple way to get your blood flowing, improve flexibility, and start your day with a positive mindset.
I see.
It's a great example of how small, consistent actions can contribute to overall well-being.
It reminds me of Tai Chi and Qigong,
Yes.
those ancient Chinese practices that focus on gentle movements, deep breathing, and cultivating internal energy.
You've made a great connection.
Have I?
Both radio taiso and practices like Tai Chi and Qigong emphasize the mind-body connection,
Yeah.
promoting physical health and mental clarity.
So it's not just about strenuous workouts.
No.
It's about incorporating movement into our daily lives in ways that feel good and sustainable.
Exactly. It's about finding joy in movement rather than seeing it as a chore.
This all sounds so inspiring.
It is.
But let's be realistic.
Okay.
Life isn't always a walk in the park.
Right.
How do the Okinawans deal with challenges and setbacks?
They have a saying,
What is it?
Nara korobi ya uki, which means fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
Oh, I love that.
It beautifully encapsulates their resilient spirit.
Yeah, it's a reminder that setbacks are inevitable, but it's our ability to bounce back that truly matters.
Yes, and they draw wisdom from both Stoicism and Buddhism,
Okay.
emphasizing practices like negative visualization.
Negative visualization. Isn't that counterintuitive?
It might sound strange,
Yeah.
but it's about mentally preparing for potential challenges.
Oh.
By imagining worst-case scenarios, we can actually reduce anxiety and build resilience.
Interesting.
It's like mentally rehearsing for the unexpected so that we're not caught off guard when things don't go our way.
So it's about building mental fortitude and learning to navigate challenges with grace and composure.
Yes,
It reminds me of that concept of anti-fragility we were discussing earlier.
that's a great link.
Is it?
Anti-fragility goes beyond resilience.
Okay.
It's not just about bouncing back.
Right.
It's about becoming stronger and more adaptable because of challenges.
I'm starting to see how this all ties together.
Yeah.
Mindful eating, gentle movement, strong social connections, or resilient spirit.
Yeah.
It's like a holistic approach to living a long and fulfilling life.
It's about weaving together these different threads
Yeah.
to create a tapestry of well-being.
There's one more concept I'm curious about.
Okay.
Wabi-sabi.
Wabi-sabi.
It's that uniquely Japanese aesthetic of finding beauty in imperfection, right?
Yes, wabi-sabi is about appreciating the beauty in things that are imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. It's about embracing the natural cycle of growth, decay, and renewal.
The book mentioned the Grand Shrine of Eyes,
Yes.
which is completely rebuilt every 20 years.
It's a powerful symbol of impermanence and renewal.
Wow.
Nothing lasts forever, and there's beauty in that constant cycle of change and transformation.
It's a reminder to appreciate the present moment, even with its flaws and imperfections.
Yes, and it ties into another beautiful concept, Ichigo Ichii,
Ichigo Ichi.
which translates to, this moment will never come again.
Wow.
It encourages us to savor each experience as the unique and precious gift that it is.
This is all so profound. We've covered so much ground already.
We have.
What stands out to you from all this?
What fascinates me is how these concepts intertwine to create a holistic philosophy for living.
Okay.
It's not about striving for some unattainable ideal of perfection.
Yeah.
It's about finding joy in the everyday,
All right.
embracing our imperfections, nurturing our connections, and living with purpose.
And it seems like so much of it comes down to mindset, to shifting our perspective and appreciating the simple things in life.
It's about cultivating an attitude of gratitude,
Okay.
finding beauty in the ordinary, and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. Yeah.
I feel like we've just scratched the surface of what these Okinawan centenarians have to teach us.
Yes.
Are there any specific stories or individuals that really exemplify these principles of Ikigai?
Absolutely. The book highlights some truly remarkable individuals.
Okay.
Take Misawa Pawa, for instance.
Okay.
She lived to the incredible age of 117
Wow.
and attributed her longevity to eating sushi and sleeping,
Interesting.
and a tremendous thirst for life.
Wow.
When asked about her secret, she simply smiled and said,
What'd you say?
I asked myself the same thing.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's a good reminder not to overthink things.
Right.
She found joy in simple pleasures and maintained a positive outlook on life. That seems to be a common thread among these centenarians.
Another inspiring example is Maria Capovilla,
Maria Capovilla.
who lived to be 116. She emphasized the importance of a good diet sharing.
What did she say?
I've never eaten meat in my life,
Okay.
and highlighted the joy of simple pleasures,
Wait.
like dancing and spending time with loved ones.
So it's not just about what they eat, it's about how they live.
Right. They prioritize social connection movement and finding joy in everyday activities.
Exactly. And we can't forget Walter Browning,
Walter Browning.
who lived to be 114.
Wow.
He believed that if you keep your mind and body busy, you'll be around a long time.
That's a good one.
He worked for as long as he could, ate 2 meals a day, and exercised every day.
Oh, wow.
He even had a pragmatic view on death,
Oh, really?
saying, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to die because you're born to die.
His perspective on work and death is quite striking.
Yeah,
It seems like he embraced life fully, both the joys and the inevitabilities.
absolutely.
Did any of the centenarians offer insights into finding one's Ikigai?
Alexander Imich,
Alexander Gimish.
who lived to be 111,
100.
humorously responded to that question by saying, I just haven't died yet.
He's got a point.
Right. But on a more serious note, he was a scientist who stressed the importance of mental activity
Oh,
and moderation in all things.
their stories are so inspiring.
They are.
But it's easy to get overwhelmed thinking about implementing all these principles at once.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
The book offers a practical roadmap
Okay.
in the form of 10 rules,
10 rules.
distilled from the wisdom of these Okinawan centenarians.
Okay.
These rules aren't meant to be rigid commandments, but rather guiding principles for living a more purposeful and fulfilling life.
Okay, I'm ready for these 10 rules of Ikigai.
Okay, what's the
First one.
The first rule is stay active, don't retire.
Okay.
This echoes what we discussed earlier about the importance of staying engaged and finding purpose in work or other meaningful activities, even in later life.
I can see how that would contribute to a sense of vitality and prevent feelings of stagnation.
Right.
What's the second rule?
Rule number 2 is take it slow.
Take it slow.
This reminds us to slow down, appreciate the journey, and not get caught up in the rush of modern life.
Okay.
It's about savoring each moment and finding joy in the simple things.
That's a good reminder for me. I tend to get swept up in busyness.
I hear you.
How about the third rule?
The third rule emphasizes mindful eating.
Okay.
Don't fill your stomach.
Don't fill your stomach.
It's all about practicing harahachibo and listening to your body's cues for fullness.
That makes sense given their emphasis on moderation and balance.
Right.
What's next on the list?
Rule number 4 highlights the importance of social connection.
Okay.
Surround yourself with good friends.
Surround yourself with good friends.
We've already seen how strong social bonds contribute to well-being and longevity in Okinawa.
Their moai system is a testament to the power of community and mutual support.
It is.
What's the fifth rule?
Rule number 5 is simple but profound.
What is it?
Be grateful.
Be grateful.
Cultivating an attitude of gratitude for the good things in our lives, no matter how small,
Right.
can have a tremendous impact on our overall happiness and well-being.
I've found that even on challenging days, taking a moment to appreciate the little things can shift my perspective.
Absolutely.
What's the sixth rule?
Rule number 6 encourages us to stay physically active.
Oh, yeah.
Get in shape for your next birthday.
Get in shape for your next birthday. I like that.
It's a playful reminder to keep moving and challenge ourselves physically as we age.
It's about maintaining a youthful spirit and embracing the aging process with vitality.
Yes.
Okay, what's rule number 7?
Rule number 7 is reconnect with nature.
Reconnect with nature.
This highlights the importance of spending time in nature, appreciating its beauty, and feeling connected to something larger than ourselves.
I know, I always feel more grounded and at ease after spending time outdoors.
Me too.
What about rule number 8?
Rule number 8 is a simple yet powerful reminder to smile.
Smile.
A genuine smile can not only brighten our own day, but also spread joy to those around us.
It's like a little ripple effect of positivity.
It is.
Okay, what's rule number 9?
Rule number 9 echoes the concept of Ichigo. Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
It's about being present, savoring each experience, and not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future.
It's a beautiful reminder to appreciate the preciousness of each moment.
It is.
And finally, rule number 10.
Rule number 10 is the ultimate call to action.
Okay.
Follow your Ikigai.
Follow your Ikigai.
This encapsulates the essence of this philosophy, urging us to discover our purpose and live it fully.
These 10 rules are like little nuggets of wisdom,
Yes.
each offering a pathway to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. But knowing these rules and actually putting them into practice are two different things.
That's true.
How can we bridge that gap and start living in alignment with Ikigai?
The book suggests starting with self-reflection.
Okay.
Ask yourself some key questions.
Okay, like what?
What are you passionate about?
Okay.
What activities make you lose track of time? What are you good at? What did you enjoy doing as a child? These questions can help you uncover those things that spark your interest and bring you joy.
It's like going on a treasure hunt within ourselves, searching for those hidden gems of passion and purpose.
Exactly. And remember, your Ikigai doesn't have to be some grand, life-altering pursuit.
Okay.
It could be something as simple as gardening, writing poetry, or volunteering in your community.
So it's about finding those things that make you feel alive.
Yes.
And then finding ways to incorporate them into your life, even in small ways.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Try new things. Step outside your comfort zone and see what resonates with you. Your Ikigai might evolve over time as you grow and change.
So encouraging. It's not about finding the perfect Ikigai. It's about embracing the journey of exploration and discovery.
And remember, it's not a solo mission.
Right.
Seek out mentors, connect with like-minded individuals, and build a supportive community around your passions.
That makes so much sense. Having a supportive network can make all the difference when pursuing our goals and dreams.
It does.
But I'm also curious about the practical side of things.
Okay.
How can we create a lifestyle that supports our Ikigai?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and priorities. It could involve setting aside dedicated time for your passions,
Right.
creating a workspace that inspires you, or even decluttering your environment to create a sense of clarity and focus.
So it's about designing a life that nourishes our Ikigai, even in small, everyday ways.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions.
Yeah.
Those daily rituals and routines can have a profound impact on our overall well-being and sense of purpose.
Right.
Just think about those Okinawan centenarians waking up early to tend their gardens or practice radio taiso.
Right. Those seemingly small acts were actually integral to their Ikigai, weren't they?
They were.
They found joy and purpose in those everyday routines.
Absolutely. It's about finding those activities that ground you, that bring you joy, and that make you feel connected to something larger than yourself. It could be anything from meditating for a few minutes each morning to volunteering at a local animal shelter.
It seems like finding our Ikigai is as much about nurturing our inner world as it is about engaging with the outer world.
Yes.
It's about finding that delicate balance between self-care and contribution.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Is it?
It's about cultivating a life that nourishes our soul and allows us to share our unique gifts with the world. And remember, it's not a destination, it's a journey.
Okay.
There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of doubt.
Right.
The key is to embrace the process with curiosity and compassion.
It sounds like finding our Ikigai is an ongoing process of exploration and self-discovery. It's not something we just stumble upon one day. It's something we cultivate and nurture over time.
Exactly. And one technique that can help us on this journey is the Ikigai Venn diagram we touched on earlier.
Right.
It's a visual tool that can bring more clarity to what your Ikigai might be.
walk us through how to create this Venn diagram?
Absolutely.
I'm a visual person, so I love the idea of mapping this out.
Draw 4 overlapping circles,
Okay.
each representing one of the 4 key elements of Ikigai.
Okay.
What you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Then spend some time brainstorming ideas and filling in each circle.
I can already see how this exercise could spark some aha moments.
Yes.
As we start filling in those circles, we might uncover unexpected connections and possibilities.
Exactly. And don't worry if those circles aren't perfectly balanced right away.
Okay.
The goal isn't to force a perfect overlap.
Right.
It's more about exploring the potential intersections and seeing where your passions and skills align with a sense of purpose and contribution.
It's about finding those areas where our talents and interests meet the needs of the world.
Yes.
That's where the magic happens, right?
Precisely. And remember, it's not about finding the one right answer.
Here.
Your Ikigai might evolve over time as you gain new experiences and your priorities shift.
Right.
It's about embracing the journey and allowing yourself to explore different paths.
That makes me think about the importance of creating a supportive environment for our Ikigai to flourish. What does that look like in practice?
It's about designing a lifestyle that allows you to dedicate time and energy to your passions.
Okay.
It could involve carving out an hour each day for creative pursuits,
Right.
connecting with a community of like-minded individuals, or even setting up a dedicated workspace that inspires you.
So it's about making conscious choices that align with our Ikigai, even in small, everyday ways.
Precisely. Those daily rituals and routines can have a profound impact on our sense of well-being and purpose. Think back to those Okinawan centenarians waking up early to tend their gardens or practice radio taiso.
Those seemingly small acts were actually integral to their Ikigai, weren't they?
They were.
They found joy and purpose in those everyday routines.
Absolutely. It's about finding those activities that ground you, that bring you joy, and that make you feel connected to something larger than yourself. It could be anything from meditating for a few minutes each morning to volunteering at a local animal shelter.
It's a good reminder that living our Ikigai isn't about making drastic changes overnight.
No.
It's about integrating those things that bring us joy and purpose into our daily lives step by step.
And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out right away.
Right.
Your Ikigai might unfold gradually as you explore, experiment, and learn.
It's a journey, not a race.
Exactly. And every journey needs a good map.
Yes.
The 10 rules of Ikigai provide a valuable guide,
Okay.
reminding us to stay active, embrace slow living, nourish our bodies and minds, cultivate gratitude, connect with nature, and most importantly, follow our Ikigai.
This deep dive has been so enriching. I feel inspired to create my own Ikigai Venn diagram and start exploring those different facets of a meaningful life.
It's been a pleasure diving into these concepts with you, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to embark on their own Ikigai adventures.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question to ponder. If Ikigai is truly about finding joy in the everyday, pursuing your passions, staying connected, and appreciating the present moment, what would it look like to approach every day as an opportunity to live your Ikigai?
What small act of courage, creativity, or kindness can you offer the world today? What would it feel like to wake up each morning and say, this is my Ikigai and I'm going to live it to the fullest?
Those are powerful questions to carry with us as we move forward. Remember, your Ikigai is not something to be found. It's something to be cultivated, nurtured, and celebrated every step of the way. Until next time, happy exploring.